We've already found 2 pieces of the golden spiral of success.
Right. Now all we have to do is find the lame one and find the 3rd piece.
Oh, that's all we need to get the keys to the mountains and free the horses. But I'm worried about Zor. He's usually up to no good.
Zor. He isn't going to ruin the golden spiral for me this time.
What's that? Let's go see, you guys.
I wish I weren't so little. I'd like to help more.
Don't let size stop you.
Wow. That was terrific. Some of the best sword fighting I've ever seen. But I've heard that the one called the lame one is even better.
Wow, he must be a very great knight indeed. Thank you. You're kind, but I'm not a knight at all. You're the lame one? And you're not a knight? You must be a knight if you're so good. Thank you, but you see, they have requirements to be a knight, and I didn't pass.
You didn't pass?
That's right. The rule says that a knight must be able-bodied, and I can't walk without this crutch.
You can't walk?
That's right. I must strap myself into the saddle very tightly. I let the horse do the walking and running, and I do the fighting.
You mean you can fight, but you can't walk?
That's right. I learned a long time ago that it's not what you have that's important, it's what you do with what you have. We each have things we can learn to do, and things that we can contribute. We just have to learn to use what we have.
Not only a great fighter, but a wise one indeed.
Thank you again. And you, no doubt, have come to find the 3rd piece of the golden spiral of success.
How did you know that?
It is why they all come to me. Finding the 3rd piece is easy. Getting it is hard. Did you know where it is? Yes. Do you see that tree across the bridge? Yes. It is buried behind the tree. Then it's easy. All we have to do is go over there and get it? Not so easy.
I want to help. I'll go get it.
Well, whoever he is, sure knows how to use that staff.
They call him the Dark Knight. He guards the bridge. There's only one in the kingdom good enough to fight him.
Well, who is that?
C'est moi.
Come again?
C'est moi. It is I. Then will you fight him for us? We have to get the last piece of the golden spiral success so we can get the keys to the mountain and free King Arthur's horses. You must help us. I'd like to help you, but you see, my horse won't ride the bridge. He refuses to go anywhere near the Dark Knight. So there's no way I can get close enough to fight him. And he has beaten everyone else who has tried on foot. Then what are we going to do? We can't give up now. We've come too far.
Yes, yes.
Yes, yes.
This looks like a problem for the class to help us with. Now, you go ask the kids if they can come up with a plan.
Yes, yes.
Yes, you're back from the kids. What did you learn?
Oh, that's fantastic. The kids have come up with a brilliant idea. Now, due to the fact that the lame one is the best fighter but can't walk, and we can walk, but we're no match for the Dark Knight, they suggested that one of us carry the lame one on their shoulders so we can do all the fighting.
Sort of like a chicken fight?
That's about right, Kelly. But we're too chicken to fight. I'm thinking that...
I'll do it.
That's what I was thinking.
It would be an honor to carry such a great warrior as the lame one.
Will you do it if the Bright Knight carries you? Will you fight for the golden spiral of success? Nothing would please me more. fighters. Beaver, you're the best swimmer. Quick, go after the staff. Hey, you're the best climber. Climb down the rock and get the staff from Beaver. Rabbit, you're the fastest rabbit. Go! Come on, you guys, you can do it! Don't be afraid! Come on, you guys, run! Come on, you guys, hooray! Keep on going! Come on, you guys! Come on!
We gotta help him. We gotta help him.
Zora, it was you all along.
Zora, you're an evil wizard, but you're no match for this team.
Curse you, you meddling little fools. You may have beaten me this time, but you haven't seen the last of me.
What a fight! You guys were terrific.
Thank you, but the knight and I couldn't have won without your help. Yes, we were all terrific, but something's bothering me. What's that? Calling you the lame one. That seems to emphasize what you can't do. I think we should call you something that emphasizes what you can do. Like you said, it's not what you have, it's what you do with what you have. What did you have in mind? I think the knights are crazy to say that you couldn't be a knight because you're not able-bodied. I think you're very able. In fact, let's call you the able one.
Able one? Very appropriate.
I like that. Thank you all.
Great. Now, for something I've waited for a long time, let's go get the rest of the golden spiral of success.
Yeah.
Look, the third piece to the golden spiral. Now remember, it says contributing.
Great! We'll put it with the other two and we'll have the full spiral. Let's see. Belonging leads to learning, and now contributing connects with learning like this. Merlina!
You have done well. You've defeated Sora and found the golden spiral of success.
Yes, contributing. It was the missing piece.
Contributing is always the missing piece. You see, most people hold on to what they have because they're afraid of losing it. But sometimes you have to give of yourself in order to be successful. You succeeded in defeating Zora because you all gave. You all contributed. Jerome and Yes contributed by asking kids in the classroom for their help. The able one and the bright knight fought a noble fight, but they couldn't have been successful if all of you hadn't contributed as well. Kelly, you saw how to get the staff back into the able one's hands the fastest. Beaver, you used your skills at swimming to get the staff. And Ted, you did some nice climbing on those rocks to hand it to Rabbit. And Rabbit, you showed that even the littlest can contribute if he has a mind to. If you hadn't run that staff back to the able one so fast, Zora would certainly have won. You see, the able one's right. It's not what you have, it's what you do with what you have. And all of you have so much to give. And the more you give, the more you have. Now you see how the golden spiral works? Belonging. Knowing that we're all part of a group, and that we have friends, and that we can be a friend, leads to learning. You showed that you could learn by your mistakes, and take things step by step. And then you found learning leads to contributing, and that you all have a lot to give. And the more that you contribute, the more that you belong. And the more that you belong, the more you learn. And the more you learn, the more you have to contribute. That's the golden spiral. And that's what leads to success. Learn these lessons well, and keep the golden spiral with you always, and you will find the keys to the mountain cave. Then you can free the horses and complete your mission, to bring life back to King Arthur's people.
The magic spiral of success. Belonging, learning, and contributing.
I'll never be careless with it again.
We need to get the keys to the mountains and free the horses.
We can do it. We're a team.
Yeah. I have a lot to give.
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 I have a lot to give, you have a lot to give, others can give even more. I have my talents and you have your talents, plus others have talents galore. I'll do what I can do, you do what you do, and if others each do good on their own, added together we'll make the world better than one of us could make it alone. I have a lot to give, you have a lot to give, others can give even more. I have my talents and you have your talents, plus others have talents galore. I'll do what I can do, you do what you do, and if others each do good on their own, added together we'll make the world better than one of us could make it alone. I can do something to see you through. I can do something that you can't do. And if we each do our own small part, we'll have a world with a lot of heart. I have a lot to give, you have a lot to give, others can give even more. I have my talents and you have your talents, plus others have talents galore. I'll do what I can do, you do what you do, and if others each do good on their own, added together we'll make the world better than one of us could make it alone. I can contribute, I can contribute, you can contribute, you can contribute, I can contribute, I can contribute, and think how the world will have grown.
I have a lot to give.
Wow, have you ever seen anything so beautiful?
No, it is magnificent. The golden spiral of success.
I'll never lose sight of it again.
It's amazing, isn't it? How the three parts work together. How belonging leads into learning, how learning leads into contributing, and how contributing leads back into belonging. It's no wonder the whole thing leads to success.
You're right, Beaver. The more I feel I belong to this group, the more I seem to learn.
And the more we learn, the more we have to give. And the more we give, the more we all belong.
Yes!
See? Even Yes Yes understands the golden spiral of success.
Oh, and he says, why not? After all, he is our positive attitude, and what could be more important for success than a positive attitude?
Well, speaking of a positive attitude, I think we better get on with our mission. Now that we have the golden spiral of success, it can help us to find the 3 keys to the mountain, to free the king's magic horses, and to restore meaning and purpose to the kingdom. But where do we start?
Well, Merlina said that if we spun it very fast, it would give us our first clue.
Great! A little Sherlock Holmes mystery will do us a lot of good. After that fight with Zor, we could use a little bit more thinking and a little less doing.
Okay, let's give it a whirl. Here's the first clue.
The magic horses long to be free, but locked in a mountain they still be. If it's the first key for which you long, then you must have a heart that's strong. For the prize that is true is in the swamp of can't do.
Oh, no. not the swamp of Can't Do.
What's so terrible about the swamp of Can't Do?
The swamp? Ooh.
The swamp of Can't Do is said to be the most dangerous place in the kingdom.
I've heard stories that no one ever comes out of there alive.
I'm afraid they're right. I've just heard rumors among the other beavers, but they say that many great ones have gotten lost inside the swamp of Can't Do. Donov, the Reed people, the King of Sky, the Furies, all of them lost in the swamp of Can't Do.
Oh, no, not the swamp of Can't Do.
Well, we faced tough challenges before.
Not like this, Kelly. Nobody comes out of the swamp of Can't Do. Look how afraid everyone is.
We can't give up now.
Rabbit's right. We have to find the first key to the mountain so that we can free the horses. I know you're all afraid. I am too. I mean, I want to go home and see my parents and my little brother. But we can't start giving in to our fears.
Why not? It seems like a perfect solution to me.
Because once we start giving in to our fears, it becomes easier and easier. Listen, I'll recite a little poem for you that my mom used to read me when I was little. Courage first met fear when I was still a child. Courage gazed with cool, clear eyes. Fear was something wild. Courage urged, let's go ahead. Fear said, let's turn back. Courage spoke of what we had. Fear of what we lacked. Courage took me by my hand and warmed my frozen bone. Fear the while tugged at my legs and whispered, we're alone. Many have been the obstacles since first I had to choose. And sometimes when courage led me on, I've come up with a bruise. And many have been the challenges since fear and courage met. And yet those times I followed fear too often tagged along regret.
I think I see what you mean, Kelly.
Me too.
I don't want to live my life filled with regret for things I didn't try.
I guess there's some risks that are worth taking.
And freeing the magic horses is certainly one. I think the risk is worth it.
You're right. We gotta do it. We have to have that strong heart that Merlina told us about.
Yes, yes.
There's the positive attitude we're looking for. We have our magic amulet that shows us that we're thinking clear, bright thoughts right now. We have our golden spiral of success and our first clue.
So we're off to the swamp of Can't Do to find the first key to the mountain.
Let's go. Help! I'm stuck! Help! Anybody please help! Please help me, I've gotten stuck.
Who are you? They call me my dear. I'm part deer, part girl.
That's strange.
Yes, I know. Once I was all girl, like you. I used to go out and play with the deer. One day, an evil wizard came and asked me to shoot some of the deer. When I refused, he told me that if I liked deer so much, then I could just be one. And he changed me into this. Well, I guess you have to watch out for the hunters now. Yes, that's why I thought I'd live in the swamp. They won't come here. No one will come here and play with me because I'm so different. That's silly. We're all different, and we get along fine.
Sure, you can come and play with the beavers anytime.
Yeah, and that goes for the bears, too. Don't forget the rabbits.
Well, I guess I could invite you to play with the gnomes, but first, we gotta get her unstuck from the swamp.
Well, I've got an idea.
What is it?
Well, what if we all hold hands and form a chain? Then we can wade out to my deer and help her out.
That's a good plan, but who's gonna go first?
It looks like fear is rearing its ugly head again.
I guess we're all afraid. I mean, nobody's ever come out of the swamp of Can't Do alive.
I guess because I said the courage and fear poem, I better practice what I preach. I'll go first.
You can't do it. It's too hard.
I feel myself slowing down.
Me too. What are those voices saying?
Not sure. I just know I'm not feeling very positive. We're sinking into the swamp.
We just can't do anything about it.
You must try. It's just too hard. you've got to keep coming. You're listening to the voices of can't do. You mustn't listen.
I can swim, but I just don't feel like it.
I don't think we can do it. Maybe we should just give up.
Maybe we're too small. Courage. You must have courage. You must keep trying.
You're not special enough. Let someone else do it.
What did the children say? The problem is with our thinking. We're getting a negative attitude from the swamp. I see. What? Yes, I can. 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 Yes, I can.
Yes, I can. It's working. It's working. I'm afraid it is. Yes, I can. Yes, I can.
We're doing it. We're doing it. You can do it. You can do it. You can do it. Boy, that was something.
Sure was. And we have Yes and the class of children to thank for helping us overcome our fears and beat the swamp of can't do.
Now all we need is the first key to the mountain.
You don't mean this, do you?
Wow, where'd you get that?
Oh, this? I found this years ago. I always thought I needed it, so I kept it close. See what it says. Courage! The first key to the mountain is courage! We sure needed a lot of courage to get through that swamp.
You're right. And look what it says in the back. My fears won't stop me. And it's just what we've learned here. It's okay to be afraid. Just don't let your fears stop you from trying.
And even if we don't succeed, at least we can try.
And as my Uncle Alf would say, you get some of what you try for, but you don't get any of what you don't try for.
I'm sure glad you guys had enough courage to help me out of the swamp. I would have been with the others that never made it out. And by helping you, we helped ourselves on this mission, because we found the first key to the mountain. Zora just died to know we had this. Wait a minute. Did you mention someone named Zora?
Yes, he's the evil wizard that's trying to keep us from succeeding in our mission.
That's the same wizard that put the spell on me. Maybe if I find him, I can break the spell. Well, you're welcome to come with us on this mission. Anyone who has courage can be a big help. Thanks. It's good to have friends again. I don't care whether you're a deer or a little girl or both. You're nice. And so are you, Rabbit. Well, let's go find the second key. I can't do anything. I said anything if I just believe it's true. I can't succeed if I follow my lead when I tell me what I can do. And I can be anything. I mean anything if I just believe. can't do sure was scary. But I guess we had enough courage to turn it into the swamp of yes, I can.
Well, when you think about your strengths and what you can do, it's easy to have courage.
Especially when you're not afraid to fail. Some of the greatest knights have failed before, but they had enough courage to get up and try again. I think that's what takes courage.
I've learned that it takes courage to make friends when you're kind of different.
That's for sure. And remember, we're all different, just in different ways. And I think we've all had a lot of courage in this mission.
Even me, Kelly?
Especially you, Rabbit. And Jerome, I wouldn't be surprised if they made you King of the Gnomes when you get back after that courageous display back at the swamp.
King, huh? It has a nice ring to it. Jerome, King of the Gnomes.
And now that we have the first key, we only need 2 more keys before we can open the iron door and free the horses. So does anyone have any ideas on where we could look for the second key?
We spun the spiral of success for our first clue. I suggest we spin it again for our second.
Sounds good to me. Here goes.
To free the horses is your quest, and you have done your very best. Now be on guard for the wizard Zor. He's evil to his rotten core. The second key is your defense, in the valley of choice and consequence.
I should have known we haven't seen the last of Zor.
Good. At least when I find him, it'll give me a chance to break the spell that turned me into half deer, half girl.
The Valley of Choice and Consequence. I've heard that before. It lies in the far end of the democracies, the states in the southern part of the kingdom.
That's a long way off.
Well, if we hurry, we can get there by sunset.
Well, I suggest we get going.
Well, I guess I can bear it.
Oh.
Ted, you're such a dear. It takes one to know one.
Oh.
Since you guys are becoming such good friends, Ted, why don't you give her a bear hug?
Okay, you guys, enough with the puns. Let's go. Rabbit, hop to it.
I can't believe we finally made it. That was the longest hike I've ever had.
Sure is easier swimming than hiking through the forest.
I'm hungry.
I know we're all exhausted, but we're finally here in the Valley of Choice and Consequence. So after we've rested, we better start looking for the second key to the mountain.
There's only one problem. This valley is big. Where do we look?
He's right. We could spend months searching the whole valley, and we don't know where to start. I know, and the way I feel, I don't really want to try too hard either. By the way, why do they call it the Valley of Choice and Consequence?
A long time ago, the people that lived in this valley discovered a basic rule of nature, that every day is filled with choices, and that every time you make a choice, something happens because of that choice. There is a consequence due to that choice. Say, for example, I made the choice to throw this rock into the pond. But one consequence of that choice is all the ripples it causes in the pond.
And another consequence is that you no longer have the rock.
That's right. Every choice is followed by a consequence.
Like we learned in the land of think, feel, and do, we can choose what we think, thereby how we feel and what we do.
I guess every time we choose, there's going to be a consequence. Something's going to happen, either good or not so good.
One consequence about deciding to come here is that my feet are aching. I'm going to sit down and give them a rest.
Good idea, Jerome.
Yeah.
welcome my meddlesome little friends to the Valley of Choice and Consequence. And do I have some consequences in store for you? When you've tasted my little goodies, your mission will come to a quick end, and then my prized horses will be free from your meddlesome hands. But first, a little disguise is in order.
What's happening, guys? You guys new in town?
We're on a mission from King Arthur. Who are you?
Let's just say I'm a friend.
Well, we can sure use all the friends that we can find. You see, we're looking for the second key to the mountain cave so that we can free King Arthur's magic horses, which are imprisoned by the evil wizard Zor.
Sounds cool. So how's it going?
Pretty good until now. You see, we're all exhausted and haven't a clue where to look for the second key.
Spirits are a little down, huh? You guys look bored, too.
Well,
Something about this guy.
I know you mean.
And something creepy.
well, it has been getting a little boring. We've been walking all day.
Well, sure. It's not much fun hiking through a forest all day just to get to a valley where you don't know where anything is. You guys look like you could use a little pick-me-up.
What kind of pick-me-up?
Well, let's just say I got a little something that'll change that amulet of yours from gray to clear bright in a big hurry.
What do you mean? What did you have in mind?
Well, let's just call it instant sunshine. Guaranteed to lift your spirits and give you a brand new perspective on life.
Will it help us find a second key to the mountain?
Oh, well, sure. It'll make your brain work about 3 times as fast as it is now. And you'll see things more clearly than you've ever seen them before. Really, it's amazing stuff.
I don't know. It sounds dangerous.
Oh, come on. I thought this group might have a little more courage.
We do have courage. It's just...
Just that you're afraid to try something new?
We're not afraid to try anything new. Here, give me those pills.
I don't know. I don't have a good feeling about this.
I don't know. Maybe we need to try something new.
I don't like this, yes. I think you better go and talk to the kids, and hurry.
Go ahead, Kelly. It'll feel great, I promise.
Maybe.
Kelly, wait. Yes has some important news. The kids in the class say that it's dangerous to take the pills. Oh, and if you make a choice to take the pills, then there'll be a terrible consequence.
What terrible consequence? You'll feel great. You'll see more clearly and you'll find your stupid key.
The key is not stupid.
Oh, get real. If you're too chicken, just forget it.
The kids in the class say that they're sure if you take the pills, there will be a terrible happening.
But I'm not a chicken. We all have courage, don't we? And we're supposed to be friendly.
And the kids in the class say it isn't courageous to take something that is harmful. It's just plain dumb. And if they want to harm you, then they're not your friends. It takes more courage to say no than it does to say yes.
I guess you're right. It's important to stand up for what you believe in, especially when someone's putting pressure on you. Who are you anyway? There's something mischievously familiar about you.
Who, me? Well, I'm just the kid next door. You know me, just a friend.
Just a friend, huh? Would a friend push you to do things you didn't think was right? What is this stuff you're trying to get us to take anyway?
Hey, fellas, no harm done.
No harm done thanks to the kids in your class. No thanks to you, whoever you are.
I knew I didn't trust you.
I'm not quite sure who he is, but I think the kids are right. It just isn't smart to take pills unless they're from a doctor or your parents.
Well, if that's how you guys feel about it, if that's your choice, then I'll just be moseying on my way. See ya.
Next time we won't let you off so easy. Yeah, and don't come back.
Whoa, I can't believe I almost did something so dumb.
Don't feel so bad, Kelly. A lot of neat kids make stupid mistakes with drugs. Everybody wants it to become easier. But, you know, it takes a lot of courage to know that it's a mistake with even a bigger consequence.
Well, I know what I'm going to do with these pills now.
Yeah!
Woo!
Wow, can you believe that?
Just imagine what would have happened to you, Kelly.
Ooh, boy, did I make the right choice.
It would have made you feel good for a little while, but in the end it would have been deadly.
Look at what the explosion brought up.
I'll get it, Kelly.
Look, it's the second key to the mountain. The key of responsibility. See what it says on the other side? My choices matter.
That must be the lesson to the Valley of Choice and Consequence. We're responsible for our choices.
Of course, our choices matter. There's always a consequence for the choices we make.
That's right. But we have to learn to think about the consequences of all our choices. We can learn from the consequences and make better choices each time. You're so smart, my dear. I think I will give you that bear hug.
I really could go for a hug now.
Well, we found the second keys to the mountains, and everybody seems to be in a good mood. So let's have a celebration, and let's have a party.
Sounds great. We don't have to have what to have a good time. We don't need alcohol or other drugs.
No alcohol, no drugs. Nothing you smoke and nothing you sniff.
Choices that come your way, and for each choice there's a
known you were a morning person. You're always so cheerful anyway.
You're right. I usually do wake up feeling bright, especially after a good night's sleep like last night. It was a great party, wasn't it?
It sure was. We must have danced for hours.
Well, we had a great reason to celebrate. I mean, we found the second key to the mountain, the key of responsibility.
We didn't let that kid trick us into taking any of those drugs.
I don't drink and I don't do drugs, but I am a party animal.
You can say that. You and my dear were really kicking up the sparks last night with all your dancing.
Yeah, Ted sure can dance. In fact, she can barefoot all night long.
Oh, it's too early to start in with those puns again.
I agree. Puns before breakfast is like trying to build a dam in a polluted river.
How's that, Beaver?
They both make me sick.
How about breakfast? I'm hungry. I saw some berry patches a while back, Rabbit. Why don't you and I go pick some berries and bring them back to the group?
Thanks, Ted. I think we could all go for that. Isn't that right? Yes, yes.
Yes, yes!
Thanks, Ted and Rabbit. That was delicious. Now that we've all rested and had a good breakfast, I suggest we look at the golden spiral to get our clues so that we can find the third key.
We found the keys to courage and responsibility. That means there's just one more. I wonder what it'll be.
We'll spin the spiral and we'll find out.
The keys of courage and responsibility are one. You've worked real hard and even had some fun. Now to free the horses, the door you must unlock. We'll take the third key beneath Merlin's rock.
No, not Merlin's rock. Why do we always have to find something that's hard? Why can't we just find the key in the keychain? No, we always have to go through swamps and fight knights, and we'll never find that third key. No one's ever moved Merlin's rock.
What do you mean no one's ever moved Merlin's rock? I'm afraid he's right, Kelly. Merlin's rock is a huge boulder.
Legend has it that whoever moves Merlin's rock will become the richest person in the kingdom.
Many ambitious people have tried, but no one's been able to even budget. Maybe that's because they only cared about the money. We have a more important reason than becoming rich. We have to free the magic horses and save King Arthur's people. Surely we'll find a way to move Merlin's rock.
I know something, Kelly.
What's that, Rabbit?
You get some of what you try for, but you don't get any of what you don't try for.
That's right. That's one of the lessons we learned on this mission. So what do you say, guys? We're not going to give up now, are we?
Well, we do have the golden spiral of success. We have the belonging, learning, and contributing it carries. And don't forget the two keys that we've already found. The key of courage and the key of responsibility. We've learned that we can take risks, and we've learned that our choices matter.
And we do have Kelly's amulet, and that will help us do our thinking, feeling, and doing clear bright. In fact, I have a bright idea.
What's that?
Let's get going.
Yes, yes!
So they were too smart to take my little pills. But this is one obstacle they won't overcome. Nobody has ever moved the Rock of Merlin. I'm going to enjoy watching them get frustrated and give up. Then Arthur's magic horses will be mine forever with all the power they possess. I hear them coming. This should be fun.
Kelly, since you rescued me from my stormy thinking and bad feelings, by teaching me that I could choose what I think and thereby choose what I feel, I'm going to repay you by moving this rock.
Stand aside, humans. This looks like a job for a bear.
Good try, Ted.
Yeah, that is one mean rock.
I'll do it, Kelly. Good try, Rabbit. I like your courage.
Maybe if I use my deer legs, I could get some power into it. That was a good try, my dear, but this rock is just too big.
Well, since you guys named me the able one, I should be able. Oh, there's just no way. Well, I'm not as strong as you guys, but the able one's crutch has given me an idea. It seems to me that I read something back at school, something about levers. Maybe if I take this rock and like this, and the able one's crutch like this. It's just too heavy.
Well, we've all given it our best shot, and the rock is still where it started. There's just nothing else we can do.
Oh no, look. The amulet's gotten stormy. We just can't give up now. We've got to keep positive thoughts.
Yes, says there must be a way to move the rock. Do you want them to go and ask the class for their ideas?
Yes, maybe they can think of something. You've been such a big help throughout this mission. Can you please help us one more time? Can you help us think of an idea to move this rock so we can find the third key? Well, did they have any ideas or any plans?
The kids notice there's a problem. Now, he says the problem is that we're all each working alone. Now, they're not sure what the solution is, but we have to work together if we're going to move the rock.
Sure, it's so easy. All we have to do is push together.
Right, we're all trying to be heroes, and we didn't see the solution was so simple. We all pushed together. Come on. We're doing it. Keep pushing. There's just no use. The rock's too heavy. And even with all of us, we're still not strong enough.
Yes, says the class said that we have to do more than work together. We have to learn to think together.
Well, then let's put the dial on the amulet to clear bright thinking, and we'll see what we come up with.
Well, we know one thing. We can't move this rock with brute force, even all of us.
Right. When Kelly used my crutch for what was that again, Kelly? A lever? Right, for a lever. She did budge it a bit, and she's not at all stronger than some of us.
Right. So maybe if we had a longer lever.
Right. We can ask Beaver to knot out a small tree for a lever long enough for all of us to push on. Right. I also remember reading something about the mechanical advantage. The longer the lever is, the more power you have when you use it.
So with a long enough lever and all of us pushing, we should have a lot of power.
That sounds like a brilliant idea. Let's try it.
Go get a lever, Beaver.
When I count to 3, everybody push. 1, 2, 3.
Oh, no, you don't. You're not going to get that third key if I have to stop you myself.
Again, push harder!
Come on, push harder!
It's Zor again! Push harder!
Come on, push harder!
Look, Kelly.
Cooperation is the third key to the mountain.
Of course. It took cooperation from all of us to move Merlin's rock.
None of us is as smart as all of us.
Right. When we work together and put our heads together, we could come up with solutions that we never would have thought of by ourselves.
I guess it takes a cooperative effort from all of us to solve big problems. And this rock sure was a big problem. Well, we found the key so we can complete our mission. But what about that legend? I wonder which one of us will get to be the richest person in the kingdom.
I guess we all will, since we solved the problem with cooperation. Besides, that's the secret to being a success anyways, cooperating.
Well, I guess now that we have the key, we can go free those horses.
Yeah!
I'm strong, you're strong, lots of guys are sure strong, but we're not as strong alone as together. Let's get together. I'm smart, you're smart, lots of guys are sure smart, but we're not as smart alone as together. Let's get together. Each of us has talents for the giving to improve the quality of living. I'm good, you're good, everything is sure good when we cooperate. If you're big, we need you, just a twig, we need you. If you use brains or brawn, young or old, we need you, hot or cold, we need you. The list goes on and on. I'm brave, you're brave, lots of guys are sure brave, but we're not as brave alone as together. Let's get together. I'm great, you're great, lots of guys are sure great, but we're not as great alone as together. Let's get together. We'll each make our little contribution to improve the human institution. I know, you know, happiness can just grow when we cooperate.
Cooperation, learning to pull together. Cooperation, each one pitching in. No hesitation, we're powerful together. Cooperation, everybody wins. Let's all try cooperation. Guys, cooperation, it's a vacation where we cooperate. Jumping in, we need you. With a grin, we need you. No matter who you are. Hand in hand, we need you. Across the land, we need you. We need you near or far.
I'm brave, you're brave, lots of guys are sure brave, but we're not as brave alone as together. Let's get together. I'm great, you're great, lots of guys are sure great, but we're not as great alone as together. Let's get together. We'll each make our little contribution to improve the human institution. I know, you know, happiness can just grow when we cooperate.
You know, Kelly, I've been thinking. We sure have learned a lot on this mission.
I know what you mean. I was just thinking that we were only able to move Merlin's rock once we all cooperated, rather than when we were trying to do it on our own.
Exactly. None of us is as smart as all of us.
I'll say, But now that we have the 3 keys, courage, responsibility, and cooperation, and are ready to finish our mission and free the horses, I'm a little sad.
Oh, what is it, Kelly?
I don't know. I mean, I want to free the horses and everything, except I don't want this mission to end. I'm gonna miss you guys.
Oh, I know what you mean. But just remember, you'll always be with us.
What do you mean?
Here, inside our heart. That's where you'll keep people that mean something to us.
Inside my heart?
Yes. Look, it looks like you're feeling good already.
It does make me feel good to know that you'll always be with me.
Oh, my meddling little friends, you thought you'd seen the last of Zor, eh? Well, all your meddling won't help Kelly and her band of misfits now. Oh, did you think because they have the keys their mission is over? Well, not so long as I'm still around. And as you can see, I'm still around. And once I trap them in my magic bubbles of no more, they will disappear forever and be no more.
Zor!
At ease, my friends, at ease. I know when I've been beaten.
You're not gonna stop us now, Zor. We have the 3 keys to the mountain, and we're gonna free the horses.
Of course you're going to free the horses. You've won. I may not have been able to keep you from finding the keys, but at least I'm man enough to admit when I've been beaten.
You mean you're not gonna try to stop us?
Perish the thought. I'm going to trouble you no more.
I'm not sure that I trust you. What's that you're holding in your hand?
A peace offering. You had such a hard time finding the 3 keys, I thought perhaps you might like to ride to the mountain where the horses are in one of my magic bubbles. It's a little potion I concocted that I call No More Walking.
I have to admit, I am tired of walking barefoot.
And we're running out of time.
You say these magic bubbles will take us straight to the mountain?
Absolutely.
I don't know, Kelly. It could be a trick.
Yeah, Kelly. You remember that teenager that offered you those drugs in the Valley of Choice and Consequence?
You're right. It could be a trick.
A little closer, and it won't matter what they decide. I'll be able to pour the magic bubbles on their head, and then no more.
Yes. We're too late. I know what Zor's got. Those are magic no more bubbles, and he's getting close enough to spill them on the gang. Quick, go ask the class what we can do. Well, what did they say? Lucky for me, I've learned how to talk attitude, or I wouldn't understand you right now. I see. Don't just stand there, be real brisk. Have the courage to try. Take a risk. Okay, here's what we'll do.
I don't know how you saw through my plans, but no matter. Once I pour the magic bubbles on you, you and my troubles will be no more. Look what you've done to me. You've spilled no more bubbles all over me, you rotten children and meddling animals. You've ruined me. I'm fading, no more.
Ow! That could have been us. Jerome, you're lucky to have such a great attitude. Yes, I mean you, yes. We're lucky to have such a wonderful, positive attitude with us on our mission. We couldn't have done it without you. And you, Rabbit. You must be the bravest bunny in the whole world, and I'm sure I'm going to miss you. I love you, Kelly. I love you too, Rabbit. And I'm going to miss each of you, but you'll always be with me, right here. Jerome and Yes Yes, I'm so glad you picked me for this mission. Well, you guys, are you ready to free some horses?
Yeah!
Hi, we're finally here. Come on, Kelly. Let's use the keys to unlock the door.
Okay. First, the key, courage. My fears won't stop me. Then, the key of responsibility. My choices matter. And finally, the key of cooperation.
None of us is as smart as all of us.
Right. What's wrong? It's still stuck. And we have the 3 keys. I don't understand.
Hey, let me try. It won't budge. I don't understand either.
Marina!
You have done well. You and your friends. You've found the 3 keys to the iron door, and I've watched you learn many lessons as you've worked to complete your mission. Remember when you and Jerome first started? You were so discouraged, but then you learned.
It may be hard, and it may take time, but stick with it, and you'll be fine.
Then you went into the land of think, where you discovered an important secret.
Just think. I can choose what I think. I can choose clear, bright thinking. I can even choose stormy thinking if I want to. But the secret is, I can choose.
And you have chosen well, Kelly. Then on to the land of feel, where you met the Gray Knight, and learned that your thinking can change the way you feel. You helped him learn that other people couldn't control how he feels if he keeps his thinking clear. In fact, the Gray Knight learned the lesson so well that he became the Bright Knight.
I dubbed thee Sir Bright Knight. Arise, Sir Bright Knight, and show us that bright smile of yours.
Then you, Jerome, Yes Yes, and the Bright Knight went to the land of do, where you discovered that it is important to go beyond thinking and feeling, and when you believe something is right, to do something. In this case, you helped save Rabbit, and later Rabbit helped save you. You then went looking for the golden spiral of success, where you discovered 3 important pieces of the spiral and their lessons. First you met Ted, the lovable bear, and learned,
It says belonging. I never knew what it meant until now. It's good to have a friend.
And you met Cleaver Beaver and learned about learning. Using those 2 lessons, you found your way out of the forest of confusion and the second piece of the spiral. Finally, you found the lame one, that you rightly renamed the able one, and learned that we all have a lot to contribute. That is how you defeated Zora on the bridge and completed the golden spiral of success. You learned that all of you have a lot to give because...
You see, I learned a long time ago that it's not what you have that's important. It's what you do with what you have.
Then, armed with the amulet and the golden spiral of success, you went off in search of the 3 keys to the mountain. The first key, courage, took a lot of courage as you ventured into the swamp of can't do and turned it into the swamp of yes, I can. By rescuing my dear, you learned an important lesson about courage. With the key of courage, you set out to find the key of responsibility and the value of choice and consequence. Not only did you learn that drugs can be a very bad choice, you learned that true responsibility is really making choices and accepting what happens because of those choices. So, having made the choice to throw the drugs away, you then set off for the Rock of Merlin and the Key of Cooperation, where you learned.
None of us is as smart as all of us.
Finally, with the courage of Rabbit and Yes Yes, you defeated Zor and his own no more bubbles and made him no more.
Now you have the 3 keys to the mountain, and you're ready to complete your mission, to free the horses. But first, there's one more lesson that you must learn. I was thinking of the 3 words that each of us should always remember. I am special. Each of us is a special person, because there are no 2 people exactly alike. In all the universe, there is only one Kelly, only one Rabbit, only one Jerome, just one Yes, only one Ted, only one Cleaver, exactly one able one, exactly one lovely My Dear, only one bright night, and only one of me. And we're each unique and special, and we each have unique and special things to give to the world. Now, try your 3 keys again, with each of you saying the magic words.
I'm special. I'm special. I'm special. I am special. I am special. I am special.
The magic horses of King Arthur!
The people are...
I'm feeling alive again.
Magnificent horses!
They're so beautiful.
And they're free! There's something familiar about these horses. I feel like I know them.
What's magic about these horses, Kelly, and why they affect the future of the kingdom, is that these horses are your special dreams and talent. Zor wanted to keep them locked in his mountain because he knew without dreams and talent that the people wouldn't have any purpose or meaning in their lives. And without purpose or meaning, there's no future. When we keep our dreams locked inside, we can't fly. It's only by freeing our horses and letting our dreams and talents run that we're able to realize the special people that we are. Our spirits come alive.
Kelly, wake up.
Oh, Rabbit. I mean, Tad.
Rabbit?
Oh, Tad, I just had the most amazing dream, and you were in it. And so were all the kids from the team at school for the assembly, and Jerome the gnome, and Yes, and...
Rabbit? Kelly?
Yes, Tad?
Will you fix me something to eat? I'm hungry.
Sure, but then after I've done that, I better get on with this project. I've got a million ideas. And now, as we conclude our little production, we want to remember that the magic of being human is, although each of us is a unique and special person, different from each person on the planet, we are still more alike than we are different. We each strive
To think, to feel, and to do.
to the best of our ability. We all want.
To belong, to learn, and to contribute.
To do so, we must all have
Courage, responsibility, and cooperation.
most of all, we each have our special dreams and talents
That must be nurtured and encouraged.
And allowed to run free.
like the magic horses in the land of King Arthur. Thank you.
Bravo! Yes, I think our work is done here. These kids are terrific, and our mission was a success.
Like the horses running wild, free the children, love the child. Are there children anywhere whose dreams are locked away? Free the children, free the children. Only when they love themselves will dreams and talents stay with the children. Free the children, like the horses running wild. Free the children, love the child.
I know I was born to be someone special, and I love me. I have dreams and talents to help the world, and I share them willingly.
Gather children anywhere whose dreams are locked away. Free the children, free the children. Only when they love themselves will dreams and talents stay with the children. Free the children.